Today, we're exploring a powerful concept that can change the way you approach life: the learner's identity. This identity shift is all about replacing the fear of being wrong with the excitement of learning and growing. If you've ever felt pressured to have all the right answers or worried about how others perceive you, then this session is for you. By adopting a learner's identity, you'll not only reduce stress, but also unlock the potential to turn every experience into an opportunity for growth. Today, we're talking about identity, the way you see yourself, and how you respond to life's challenges. For many of us, our identity was shaped in school, a place where having the right answers was more important than asking the right questions. Remember how stressful it was when a teacher called on you unexpectedly? You tightened up, worrying about saying something wrong in front of everyone. That conditioning didn't end when you graduated. You carried it with you into adulthood, where the stakes feel even higher. When people ask you questions now, do you still get that same tight feeling? Do you stay quiet because you're afraid of looking foolish? This mindset comes from a place of fear, a belief that life is just one big test, and you're constantly being graded. But what if we could change that? What if life wasn't a test, but a classroom? What if, instead of focusing on having the right answers, you could focus on becoming the kind of person who loves to learn? When we're young, we search for things we're good at and make them part of our identity. Some of us become the smart one, the athlete, or the creative. And that's fine, until you inevitably meet someone who's better at what you pride yourself on. If your identity is built around being the smartest, meeting someone smarter will shake your self-worth. Suddenly, your value feels diminished. This need to protect our identities often leads us to surround ourselves with people who make us feel superior. But here's the problem. Just like the immune system, our minds need challenges to grow stronger. If you're never exposed to new ideas or different perspectives, you stay stagnant. Your identity becomes a trap, and you become too afraid to step outside of it. The power of the learner's identity now. Let's imagine a different kind of identity, one built not on being right, but on being open. This is what we call the learner's identity. When you see yourself as a learner, you embrace every situation, every conversation, and every experience as an opportunity to expand your knowledge. Instead of dreading the possibility of being wrong, you welcome it because it means you're about to learn something new. Here's how it works. When someone challenges you or tells you that you're wrong, your instinct might be to defend yourself. But the learner's identity responds with curiosity instead of defensiveness. It says, "That's interesting. Can you explain what I'm missing?" Or, "Help me understand your perspective." By shifting to this mindset, every piece of feedback becomes a gift. Every mistake becomes a stepping stone. People are no longer enemies to be debated, but teachers to be appreciated. Imagine what this would look like in your daily life. Instead of feeling the need to prove yourself in a meeting, you ask more questions. Instead of getting defensive when a colleague criticizes your work, you ask for clarification. Instead of withdrawing when you don't know something, you lean in with genuine curiosity. This simple shift in mindset turns every social interaction into a growth opportunity. And here's the beautiful part. People love to share what they know. When you position yourself as a learner, they'll naturally want to help. They'll respect your humility and admire your commitment to growth. It takes a certain kind of courage to stare at the truth and say, "I might be wrong," but that's where real strength lies. The foundation of growth is truth, not the truth you've convinced yourself of, but the raw, unfiltered reality. When you approach life as a learner, you stop running from that truth and start using it to build a stronger, wiser version of yourself. Here's our challenge for you. Start seeing yourself as a learner in every situation. The next time someone disagrees with you, resist the urge to defend your ego. Instead, ask them to teach you. Shift your mindset from, "I need to be right," to, "I'm here to learn." You'll be amazed at how much more you gain from every interaction. Take a moment to think about how learning was modeled for you as a child. Were you encouraged to ask questions, or were you expected to have the answers? Did your family value curiosity, or did they prioritize being right? Write down a few thoughts in your journal or in the notes section below. This exercise will help you identify areas where you can begin to adopt the learner's identity more fully. Remember, life is not testing you. It's inviting you to grow. Approach every experience with the mindset of a learner, and you'll find that challenges turn into opportunities and failures become stepping stones.